Count on State Farm agent Judy Johnson to get you back on the road in no time. Call or stop by today.
NBC 5 News at Sunrise starts now.
We are starting with a live picture at the Siskiyou Pass chain-up area. A big winter storm is brewing, and we are live all morning with the very latest. Good morning. Thank you for joining us at Sunrise at 6:30. I'm Austin Reed. My colleague McCloy, she is live at that shot you just saw, the Siskiyou Pass chain-up area. We'll get to her in just a bit, but first, let's bring in Cameron Laughlin for weather first. He's live. Cameron, a lot going on this morning.
Austin, a lot happening so far this morning. We've seen rain around Brookings and Crescent City, 0.59 of an inch in Crescent City, 1.08 in Brookings, a lot more than 0.108. But so far, we do start off pretty dry along the I-5 corridor. The Siskiyou Summit, seeing some snow showers. It appears mixed in with rain in some points of the I-5 area. But our concern is wind and heavy rain right now. Look at this cell. You may be able to see it towards the very bottom part of your screen here, bottom left. And it shows yellows and oranges. Those colors there indicative of some very heavy rain falling. So this is going to move inland, and I do expect it to have an impact in the mountains. We're talking Cascades, Siskiyous for snow. Snow level at about 2,500 feet, but as you go higher than that, then we're talking about a winter storm warning on the east side as well as in Northern California. A winter storm advisory, winter weather advisory, that is, around the Jackson County area. By the coast, high surf issues. And I'll leave you with this right here. These are the current temperatures as you wake up. I'll have your school bus forecast up ahead. We're going to talk a little bit more about what's happening and snowfall totals that are possible today.
Well, let's get right to our live coverage this morning. My colleague Ann McCloy, she's out along the Siskiyou chain-up area right off Interstate 5. And how are the conditions out there right now?
Austin Reed, let me just show you where we are. We're at the exit 11 chain-up area. So this is the point just before you head on to the Siskiyou Summit where they're going to tell you to pull over if they do put that chain-up requirement into place. And at this point, as you can see, a lot of cars, trucks driving by without chains at this point. So good news if you're heading over the summit, you have made it in time at this point. As you can see, though, a lot of snow and rain, and the wind gusts here 22 miles per hour just as you head into Northern California or back into Southern Oregon this morning, about 27 degrees, but we're not seeing that snow stick to the ground at this point. We did go up to the very top of the Siskiyou Summit earlier this morning. They've had about 1 new inch of snow, and they're getting a lot more snow this morning. Cameron Laughlin checking on those snow levels for you. We have checked in with Mount Ashland, and they've received at least 2 inches of snow this morning. So good news for the ski resort up there. Not so good news for drivers. You really do need to take it slow as you head over the mountain pass, because even though the chain requirement not in effect, this slushy weather conditions could make for some dangerous driving conditions out here. So a good idea, bring the chains along with you. We have seen some semi trucks pull over and put the chains on as a precaution. One truck driver told us just doesn't want to roll the dice this morning as he was heading back into Northern California. And we'll continue to keep you up to date and let you know if ODOT does put that chain requirement into place. I'm reporting live out here at Exit 11. Ann McCloy, NBC 5 News.
And stay safe out there. Thank you. We are going to continue our live coverage this morning. Let's check in with our NBC affiliate up in Portland, KGW TV. That area just getting pounded with snow and freezing rain. This is a live look this morning. Looks like a tree there. One of their reporters, Drew Carney, reporting live in Portland. You can see behind him a lot of snow on the ground. The city has received about 1.5 inches overnight. It looks like the rain is kind of mixing in with the snow. We'll check in with Portland throughout the morning. Let's go to Seattle, further north. This is video from our news partner, NWCN. It was recorded around 5 o'clock, also in the Tacoma area. Snow packed solid on the roadways. By nighttime tonight, the Emerald City could see a total of 16 inches of new snow. The airport is already seeing big delays, and car accidents are abundant. Well, kids in the Port Orford and Langlois School District, it's your lucky day. All campuses are closed today. This is out in the southern Oregon coast. The school district encourages families to stay home and prepare for possible storm damage and power outages. Now, all classes will resume tomorrow unless that storm carries over. Warming shelters throughout the Rogue Valley are preparing for a possible rush due to the coming storm. As shelter officials say the last 2 months they have been letting men and women stay even if they aren't eligible, just to get them out of the cold. The Gospel Mission provides food as well as showers for individuals being temporarily housed. This morning the shelter says they will make additional space if they reach capacity. The Gospel Mission in Josephine County will also be offering the same services today and tonight. Okay, you want to stay with NBC5 News all day for continuing coverage of this January storm. For updates anytime, head online, KOBI5.com. Like us on Facebook and Twitter, too. Just search for KOBI TV. If you have any pictures of this storm, please share them with us. A reminder for road conditions anytime, call 511 or head online, tripcheck.com. Of course, Cameron, our meteorologist, will be back in just a few to update the forecast. New this morning at 6:35 and beyond the Northwest, fresh developments out of Italy, where officials have now suspended their search and rescue operations on that sinking ship because it is now moving. The ship slipped a couple of centimeters earlier this morning, making it just too dangerous for divers to continue their work. The divers worked into the night to search for survivors after finding 5 more bodies in the half-submerged wreckage. The death toll now stands at 11 and 28 people are still missing. Still no word on when the work might resume. You want to stay with NBC5 for updates on this story. Developing local news, fire investigators in Medford right now looking into an apartment fire that broke out shortly after 1 o'clock this morning. Our photographer Jacob on scene. Several firefighters responded to that scene, evacuated all residents from the complex on the corner of Ivy and 5th Street. 2 units were damaged by the flames, which reached 15 to 20 feet before firefighters could finally get that blaze under control. No injuries were reported, and investigators are right now working to determine a cause. Well, new this morning, just into Rogue Disposal and Recycling, now making curbside recycling a little more effective. Several key recyclables, including glass and plastic tubs, which could not previously be placed in the red lid carts, will now be accepted beginning February 1. At that time, plastic tubs as well as glass bottles and jars will be recycled via Rogue Disposal's red lid program. In addition to the newly approved items, motor oil will also be accepted on every regularly scheduled recycling day. Well, at 6:37, let's get back to weather coverage. Weather and traffic back to back. Cameron Laughlin will start us off. Good morning.
Good morning, Austin. So far, not such a good morning if you're traveling, but for ski resorts, a good morning indeed as this area of low pressure here approaches. Seeing plenty of rain right now, widespread across many coastal regions, some regions in the interior as well. There's still a lot of cold air around, still level around 25 to 3,000 feet, I should say. So we're going to keep an eye on that. That snow level is going to rise as warming takes place. More of this moisture moving through, but as it warms, the air is able to hold more moisture, so the system's just going to get stronger and stronger, I do expect. Here's wind speeds, 20 in Lakeview, 31 in Crescent City, 30 North Bend, 14 miles per hour right now in Medford. And the current temperature is 44 right now in Medford. So it's mild outside in some areas, but again, places like Wairika and Mount Shasta could very well see snow for a good portion of the day today, with the 24-hour change showing a warm-up from yesterday. 21 up in Wairika, 16 up from yesterday in Mount Shasta. And here we go for our school bus forecast. It's going to be a wet and windy one. The east side, we're seeing snow again around Klamath Falls. It's a lot of action out there right now, so do be careful if you're driving with the icy roads and everything, and I'll have your full forecast up ahead.
5 live traffic. Let's do it. A lot to talk about and a lot of live pictures. First, here's downtown Medford. This is our new Kobe camera. You're looking at the library and the RCC campus, even I-5, the viaduct in the background. Some rain already falling in parts of Medford this morning. We do have a flight delay to report out of Medford. If you're trying to get to Seattle, no surprise, you got a 45-minute delay on that 7:05 flight. Let's go to downtown Grants Pass. It is very wet on the roadways in Josephine County. We've been hearing a lot from our Facebook fans this morning. Kathy says it's just pouring there, and you can see that by the picture. Now, we do have an accident to report right now, not in Grants Pass, but there is a lot of debris on Highway 42 about 2 miles east of Remote. ODOT just posted this on tripcheck.com, and there was also an earlier accident, so watch for delays in that area this morning. Let's go to downtown Klamath Falls. Cameron just touched on this. It is snowy there. Live picture from our webcam. You can see the roads are packed with snow still. No new snow overnight, but if you are going to be heading out, watch for that. Let's get to your travel alerts now. Obviously, snowy conditions, highways 62, 140, 66, 97, and 138. Of course, Ann at the Siskiyou Summit, you saw what it looked like there. Watch for spots of ice and snow, Sexton Summit as well. Sunrise at Kobe5.com if you see anything this morning that we are missing. Obviously, the school closure out in the Port Orford and Langlois district, that's today too. At 6:40, let's get a check on your least expensive gas prices, both Southern Oregon and Northern California.
The Pump Patrol, brought to you by McDonald's.
Here we go. Fred Meyer in Klamath Falls, your best bet, $3.41. Safeway Medford, a little bit below that price, $3.43 in Ashland. Grants Pass, same price there. Klamath Falls, like I said, $3.41. Roseburg, though, we're going to go to now. Douglas County, your best bet in Southern Oregon, $3.25, the Arco there. Southern Oregon coast, just below $3.50. Still below $4, at least in Crescent City, but still pretty high there. $3.69, the USA Gas in Wairika. That does it for Pump Patrol and weather and traffic back to back. 6:41 now, sunrise at 6:30, just getting started. Coming up, Pet Talk is back. We're going to check in with a pet, a cute one. Oh, look at him. He's in need of a new home this morning. We'll have it for you all new and next. Stay with us on air this morning, online all day, whether it's KOBI5.com, Facebook, or Twitter. We are always first for local breaking news and weather. More coverage after the break, more weather coverage after the break, too. Stay with us.